Hi everyone, I'm back with part 2 of week 16. So a little bit more of a quieter part of the week, but it's still very exciting. So I'm going to use a Design A pocket page for this one, and this is the first one that I pulled out of my new pack. I am, as I said, trying to still use up my leftover ones from the previous years, but some cases with the cut parts that I had for this week I didn't have the right sizes, so I had to get this one out, which is absolutely fine. They are there to be used. I'm just trying to use up what I've got beforehand anyway. So the first set of photos along the top are just of our pretty much Monday, Tuesday, just carrying on from when we was in London. So the first two photos, we actually went to this pub called the Old Bank, I think it's called, and it's in Fleet Street, which, if anyone's watched Sweeney Todd, that is Fleet Street, and I was hoping it was going to be semi Sweeney Todd themed. I've never actually been down Fleet Street before in London, so it was quite nice to explore a new area. But there wasn't actually that much around in regards to Sweeney Todd. But actually in the pub where we were sat, we didn't reserve these, but we got given them. The table that we were sat at was the barber chairs. So that was really fun. Again, you'll see a bit more in my album when I get around to doing my travel section for this in my England album. But it was really cool, and they had a load of pictures on the walls. They had like the hair clippers and some pictures of Mrs. Lovett's pies and stuff like that. So it was themed and it was really good, and the food was nice as well. So that was, we both actually had pie, actually thinking about it. But it was a really nice place. It was very old style London pub. It was very busy as well, but we enjoyed that. So that's just two photos from that, and then the second set of photos that go next door to that, we actually went to the Churchill War Rooms on the Tuesday, which is what Joe wanted to do. We didn't even know about these until one time we was down in London and we saw them, and Joe was really interested in the war and that part of that time of life. So we actually went, and it was a little bit expensive, but it was really good. We were pretty much there for about 3 hours. It was a long day, but it was really good. Joe really enjoyed himself, and he said it was very informative, and it was exactly what he wanted to see. So they're basically the rooms that Churchill used in the war effort. And so there was a lot of stuff down there with all their gadgets and where they slept and everything like that. So it was really interesting. So I got a couple of pictures in there, and again, there'll be a lot more in my travel album. So that was Tuesday. As you can see from this week, a lot happened in the first couple of days. I then went back to work on the Wednesday, and I was working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So there wasn't much going on. I was just spending the rest of the week packing because we were going on holiday on the Saturday evening. We were flying on the Sunday. So I was spending my sort of evenings packing and getting the house ready and stuff for us leaving. But one exciting thing happened, and if you see my craft haul a couple of weeks back, I said that I really wanted to do this Disney cruise, and it's taken me that long. It's taken me about 2 or 3 weeks, and I've convinced myself and Joe that we should go, and so we booked it. So I'm so excited. We're going next August. It's just a 3-night cruise from Southampton on the Disney Fantasy. And I'm just so excited. I've always wanted to go and do something Disney. It's my 30th next year, and I'm going to convince you, just as I convinced myself. Basically, I don't have to use any annual leave from work because it falls on my long weekend, so I don't have to use any days up. It's from Southampton, so we work for the train, so we can get discount going all the way down to Southampton, so it doesn't cost that much, and it obviously avoids flights. So we don't have to fly over to Florida or the United States, anywhere in the United States that the Disney ships tend to go from. They very rarely come over to Europe, and when they're here, when I saw that it was going on that long weekend that we have off together, I thought it's perfect. It was meant to be, so we booked it. It is not cheap. It is the most expensive 3-night break we've ever done, but in the long run, it'll be fine. It's, I've worked it out, and as long as we pay off so much a month and everything like that, it will work out fine. And once we're on board and stuff, as I said, we won't be spending much. We're not going to do any excursions. We only go to Bruges, and I've done Bruges before in Belgium, but Joe hasn't. But we'll just get the train there and have a wander around and stuff. So we won't spend much money, and all the foods and stuff's included. So I don't think we're going to spend that much. So I think in all honesty, it's I'm convincing myself here. It's not that much money at the end of the day. But I'm very excited. So I put my confirmation in to say that it's all booked. And yeah, that is just something I'm really looking forward to next year, but that's not until next summer. So I've got over a year to go, but I still obviously wanted to put that in. So the last set of photos is actually just 2 pictures of me getting ready for the holiday. So I actually put them the wrong way around. I don't know why I did this, but the first picture is just a picture of my suitcase of me packing. And then the second photo is actually me in the lift in our hotel that we stayed at Manchester Airport the night before. We were just getting ready. We had a really early flight. I think our flight was at 6:30 the next day, so we had to stay over at Manchester Airport. So yeah, it was really nice. It was a nice hotel. It was a new one. It was the Ibis, which they've opened about a year and a half ago, but it's walking distance to Manchester Airport, so it's really good. So I'm just going to fill these pockets with all the little cut parts, and that is everything. So I hope you've enjoyed this week, and I'm sure I'll be back soon with another. Thank you very much. Bye.